Hello, welcome to Rewrite Your Reality with Reese. I am your host, and today I'm just going to discuss a emotional understanding of what your emotions actually mean, the faith in your wish fulfilled, and what other people in your reality are experiencing and why they are experiencing that according to you. Right? So here's the thing: most of the time we are trying to tell a story. We want to tell a story. Right? We want to tell a story of our lives that are basically fun, right? Overwhelming fun, overwhelming bliss, overwhelming joy, however you are experiencing that right now, that's what you want to do, right? So here's the thing: the only reason you struggle to tell that story is simply because you believe in this idea that you can't tell the story because you don't know how to tell it. But here's the thing: the impossibility of reality is only your 3D mind's inability to tell a story that makes sense. But when you drop the need to tell the story, when you physically drop the need as the character to tell the story of how it must go, the impossible becomes possible because you're leaving the storytelling to God, but you're choosing the ending. Right? That's all you're doing, choosing the ending. I'll say it again. The impossibility of reality is only your 3D mind's inability to tell a story that makes sense. But when you drop the need to tell the story, the impossible becomes possible because you are just choosing the ending, right? That's all you can do as a character, is tell a story that you are aware of. If you just drop the storytelling, because every part of your story is just another ending, so you're getting to that ending all the time. Just tell the ending you want to tell. It's like, this is my ending from here, living onward, right? Then you understand that you are letting God, your higher self, build the experiencing of your bridge for you. It's already done, right? When I say build the bridge, I mean you're basically experiencing a bridge that's already been built, okay? So, how do you trust your imagination more? Well, here's the thing: you already trust it. When you feel fear and you feel doubt, even when you feel the doubt for this, you are imagining doubt. You are actually imagining doubt, and you are actually imagining fear. You are actually imagining whatever it is you are saying and thinking and feeling. You are literally imagining it, because imagination isn't just limited to those fun little thoughts that you have in your head. Imagining is everything. So when you are doubting, you are imagining. When you are fearing, you are imagining. When you are questioning, you are imagining. But you're reacting to it. So you already believe that this is a real thing. You are believing in your doubt. Otherwise, why would you deal with it? You're believing in your fear. Otherwise, why would you deal with it? You are believing in your emotional state. Why would you believe in it? Say it again. You already trust. If you didn't trust, you would not be questioning why you are doubting. Because your doubting is nothing more than you imagining yourself doubting, and you are trusting in yourself imagining that you are doubting so much that you actually have contemplated the question on how to deal with it. You would not have contemplated the question of how to deal with your doubt did you not trust in your own imagination that this exists. If you actually left it and let it go, just not hold on to the doubt and know that it meant nothing, you would not actually be questioning anything, right? such a circular idea. Okay, I'll say it again. You already trust your imagination. Everything you do and feel and experience is imagining, right? Imagination is not limited to your thoughts. When you are when you are doubting, you are imagining. When you are fearing, when you are imagining, right? When you're hopeful, you are imagining. When you come up with an idea that you like as an ending and you try to figure it out, you are imagining. When you question why you doubt, you are believing in your doubt. When you are questioning why you are fearing something and you try to be brave about it, be more confident about it, you are agreeing with the fear and then dealing with it because you are believing in that fear and then trying to do something about it. So you are believing in it, right? Otherwise, if you didn't believe in it, you wouldn't try to do something about it. When you come up with an ending and you believe in that ending existing, but you also believe that you must do something, you still imagine what you need to do, and then you go and do it. So you are believing in what you are imagining, but not the ending of what you imagined. You are believing in the middle part of what you imagined, creating a new ending of what you must achieve. So in all three of these points, these cases, these ideas, you are actually imagining something. You are believing in that thing that you are imagining, even if it is fear, even if it is doubt, even if it is doing, and then you are doing something about it. or rather you are being the person that deals with doubt, deals with fear, deals with doing. So you're believing in your imagination, but you're not believing in your end, where you need to do nothing, it will unfold perfectly. Even if you trying to fix the doubt, that unfolded perfectly, the version of you trying to fix the doubt unfolded perfectly, the version of you that tried to fix the fear unfolded perfectly, the version of you that tried to do something unfolded perfectly. It always unfolds perfectly. But when you imagine your wish fulfilled and you're feeling joy and happy and thrilled about it and letting it go, you are now that person, but you want to do something. Opposed to just resting in the wish fulfilled, that anything that you need to do, it will happen naturally in the three-dimensional moment that it happens. You can't perceive it coming. It's impossible. Right? Even if you have an appointment to go and do something, how that plays out is still not up to you. Right? So you already believe. You're just not focused as to where that belief is. You're just not focused as to where that belief is. You already have the belief Jesus talks about when he says, if you had faith of a mustard seed, you will move mountains. If you could tell, if you had faith of mustard seed, you could tell the mulberry bush or to get up and uproot itself and plant itself into the ocean, and it would do so. Right? You already have that belief. You're just pointing it in the wrong direction. Right? So when you are half asleep and you feel yourself do that, when you trip, right, in your dreams or in your daydreams or whatever, and your whole body jerks, that's you feeling it. You're trusting that you fell. Automatically, your body automatically does it without permission. That's the state Neville is talking about, when you're just feeling it real, opposed to thinking about it without having the intention of this is who I am now. When you imagine, oh, this is who I am, I'm imagining myself as I would like to be, surrounded by what I would like, knowing that it's all me anyway. Yeah, a specific person, my studio, apartment, my life, my whatever, right? My house, mansion, all those things. It's all you. And when you set the intention that I am this now, and this is what's unfolding for me because I've chosen that new viewpoint from within me, brand new past, brand new future, brand new now, you don't trust it because no matter how deeply you felt it, you still think that when you feel the doubt and the fear, you must do something with it. Right? So you're trying to do something with what you felt, how blissful you felt. You don't have to do anything with either. Just set the intention that I am this now and let the doing be done for you. Right? So when you feel something fully, it's a real thing to you because you decided that this is who you are. That's why you can feel it fully. You allow yourself to really feel it as deep as you can. That's why you don't need to trust. You already trust it. You're just not realizing what you're doing is coming from trust in something that you don't want to have trust in. Right? You wouldn't give your imagination a second thought, the doubts and fears and doings, if you didn't believe in the doubt, the fear, and the doing. And the only reason the mind asks where it is, why it isn't working, is because you're listening to every second thought. But what about the first one and the third thought that says you can and you are? Why listen to any of them? They don't mean anything. They're just thoughts, right? I say it's really funny. Some people see a flashing light on their car and they don't bother. But the second they doubt something, ooh, you need to change their whole life story. Right? So why believe the second thought that says it's not working when the first one says that it is? It means nothing. They don't do anything, right? Like I said, the only truth is I am, that you exist, and the impossibility of reality is only your three-dimensional mind's inability to tell a story that makes sense. But when you drop the need to tell the story of how the impossible becomes possible, you are just choosing the ending. Faith isn't thinking harder. It's realizing that whatever you are having faith in, you already have faith in. Right? It's being willing to stand in that, knowing that I already have faith in what I'm imagining. I'm just pointing it in the wrong direction sometimes. Think of a caterpillar. It doesn't know it's going to be a butterfly. It just moves. No matter where it is or what it does or where it ends up, it's still going to be the butterfly and experience stuff as that butterfly. You are choosing whatever butterfly you have in your ending, and you are already becoming it. So stop looking at other people and telling stories that they're worthy, they picked a butterfly and they didn't become it, their energy was overlooked. None of that's true. You don't know what they're thinking. You have no idea what they're thinking, right? You only know what you're thinking. And right now you're thinking, they thought they were worthy and they didn't achieve it. I think I'm worthy and I'm probably not going to achieve it either because there's no difference between us. There is one. You are not them. That's a singular part of consciousness that is manifested based on your own assumptions. That's why it came into your reality. You also are aware of people who manifest their dreams, but you're focused on the people who don't. That's showing you where your own focus is. So if you're aware of people manifesting their dreams, then focus on knowing that your dreams are manifesting because you say so, because it's your life, because you are dreaming your life. It can only be your dream. Your assumptions are reality. Here's the thing. Your assumptions are reality in a very literal sense. You can't assume something of reality. Reality is not already being doing and being experienced as. You can't assume something of reality. Reality is not already capable and is already being in that way. No matter what your story is. No matter what your story is, you cannot assume something of reality. It can't be, because reality isn't infinite. So it has infinite ways of being what you just said it is. And the only way you can say it is if reality was already able to be doing that. And the very simple reason is that you itself are reality itself. So no matter what story you say, it exists in reality. Because you are reality, because it exists within you. So whatever you are experiencing, you are literally experiencing something that exists within you, no matter how small or how big your assumption of your reality is. Reality must be able to do it. Otherwise, you couldn't say it. You're basically, an assumption is like Lego. You have infinite Legos inside you. No matter how many times, an assumption is like Lego, right? This follows. No matter how many different ways you have of this infinite Lego blocks within you, you can rearrange them in any way. Obviously, this is a limited idea, right? But there are infinite ways, shapes, and sizes that fit exactly what you are saying. So you're not trying to fit a certain block into a certain place. What you are saying that this block is fits into that place naturally, because it exists in that way. Whatever you assume of reality is already reality, because reality is infinite. It must have already had a way to fit into this. Think of a puzzle. You can think of reality as an infinitely large puzzle. The variation of what your assumption is basically an indication that a part of this puzzle is fitted together like this for your experiencing of the image of that. So your assumption is basically a puzzle piece, a puzzle or an image that reality fitted together to create that image of what your assumption is. So your assumption and the reality of it is a one-to-one thing. Your assumption is reality in a very literal sense, right? So there's no one outside of you. There's nothing outside. There's no assumption outside of you. There's no affirmation outside of you. It's all your own I am showing up through everything. So when the second thought comes, or the third one comes, or the fourth one comes, let it pass. It means nothing. Just like the doubts and fears, they mean nothing. But when you do something, you are proving to yourself that you are believing in that, not this. Remember, you are God. Your assumptions are just reality already. You are just calling forth a certain part of reality. You are knowing it by knowing your own assumption. Your assumption is your knowing of the reality. Right? You are God. You are chosen. You are perfect. And everything else moves around that. So, thank you all for being here. That's all for me for the moment. Much love, much light. Thank you for the questions. Quite a few came in yesterday. Quite a few emails as well. That being said, much love, much light, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you for the liking, sharing, and subscribing. Truly, it does help. Obviously, when you're building a community, the community counts. Facebook group available if you want to join, and drop questions in the community below. Email me if you want to have some personal coaching, personal touch and personal life experiences that you want to share or you want to experience, that kind of thing. TikTok page available for you to join and see other forms of content there. Much love, much light, and I'll see you all in the next one.